Hi, I'm Hub Arkush for Pro Football Weekly, and here to help me preview all 3 Thanksgiving Day games are senior editor Eric Edholm and associate editor Kevin Fishbane. They cover most of the teams involved in these games. We start with the early one, the 12:30 Eastern kickoff, traditionally from Detroit. It'll be the Detroit Lions hosting the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, an interesting ball club. They played very well in Chicago on Sunday night, not so well at home this past Sunday against the Jaguars, but Eric, they still snuck away with a win.
You wouldn't think of a division game as being a letdown, so this does raise questions about especially their defense, giving up 300-plus yards to a backup quarterback, but I think they can rally in this situation. Short week. I think they've been a mentally strong team most of the season.
Kevin, I know the Lions are traditionally Eric's team, but we're all getting ready for these games, and Titus Young will not be there. Nate Burleson already gone. They're a little thin at wide receiver, and they just don't seem to have the answer to close games out.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for them all year. Matthew Stafford clearly not having the season he had last year. You expect Ryan Broyles to step up in Young's place, but that passing game is going to need to find a way to get going. It's not going to be necessarily easy against Houston. The defense has played pretty well most of the season, aside from against Jacksonville last week. Right?
All right, guys, I'm on the sidelines for Dial Global National Radio on this one, so no prediction from me, but what do you think happens in this one?
I worry about the Lions' ability to control that play-action passing game of the Texans. They're so good at it. It's a fast-flow defense, an aggressive defense, and one that's been out of place a lot in a 4-6 start. I think the Texans go on the road and get a win.
Yeah, I think that with the way the Texans' defensive line's played all year, I think it's a big mismatch against the Lions' offensive line. I agree Houston's going to win that one.
All right, guys, the sandwich game, always 4:15 Eastern time, always in Dallas. This time it will be the Washington Redskins, one of the best rivalries in the NFL, and 2 teams that I think are pretty evenly matched right now, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, the way the Cowboys played Sunday, they may have the better record, but you have to have doubts about them. I mean, obviously the Redskins used their bye well. Robert Griffin III was outstanding, 14 of 15 passing, near perfect against the Eagles, although I could probably go 13 for 15 against the Eagles these days. So I do think this does set up the stage, though. Griffin coming back to Texas, a coronation of his rookie season in that situation. I think he's primed for a big game in this situation.
Well, and Kevin, a little more than Griffin. You got the rookie running back. The defense, of course, has really struggled, but Mike Shanahan knows how to play in games like this, and the Redskins not ready to go home yet.
Yeah, and they get Pierre Garçon back. You have a few more days of rest. Maybe he can help out some more on the offense, and Santana Moss as well. This is a game that the Washington Redskins probably would love to have Brian Orakpo. You saw what Cleveland's defense did to Dallas last week. You imagine the Redskins want to put a lot of pressure on Tony Romo, force a few turnovers in this one.
Kevin, who do you like in this one?
I'm going to lean towards Dallas. I think the home field advantage. I think the offense just gets going. They finally hit their potential. It's a real must-win, obviously for both teams. But I think the Cowboys do pull it out.
I don't know how the Cowboys' offensive line is going to block. No Tyron Smith in this game. 7 sacks on Romo. 10 hits in the last game. I think the Redskins find a way to pressure him and get the win on the road.
I agree with everything you say, except I don't go against home teams on Thanksgiving. Short week, Cowboys used to it. This will be close, but I think the Cowboys find a way again. And then finally, Thursday night, the dessert game, if you will. The New England Patriots are going to visit the New York Jets. Jets, all kinds of trouble, but they went into St. Louis. They were impressive, Kevin.
They did. Mark Sanchez was a very minimal role, and that's what you need from him. He was 15 for 20 through a nice touchdown pass. Defense made a few big plays. That is the blueprint for what the Jets need to do to win. They have to now try to do it again, maybe get the run game going, and the defense will need to make big plays to put up with the Patriots offense.
Eric, we're going to hear it all week ad nauseum. Why was Rob Gronkowski in the game with 59 points on the... That's the way Bill Belichick does it, is why. He's consistent. He always does it that way. Will they have enough the next 3-4 weeks, and particularly Thursday night, without him?
Yeah, his starters play on special teams. We know that. So no questioning for me on Belichick in this situation. Hernandez hopefully get healthy at some point. I don't know if he'll be ready for this game. But Shanko back in the lineup. They can use him. They can reintroduce Brandon Lloyd into the lineup. I think they're going to have enough weapons. Look at the last few weeks. Woodhead, Edelman, guys have been coming out of the woodwork. Shane Vereen. They'll find the pieces to score enough points. I just don't know why Woody Johnson gave his motivational speech before that game on Sunday and not before Patriots-Jets. That would be the time for it for me.
So it sounds to me like you're taking New England.
I like the short trip. I think New England's going to go on the road and get the win.
Kevin, I think everybody's going to try and find a reason to take the Jets here. That's my reason to take the Patriots in this one.
Yeah, I think so too. You look at what that defense did on Sunday, taking the ball away from Andrew Luck a few times. You know they're going to try to do that to Mark Sanchez. And Sanchez played well on Sunday, but he's so turnover prone. I expect a big day from the Patriots defense as well in this one.
All right, folks. Hopefully we've got you ready for your football feast on Thanksgiving. For all the best in news, notes, and analysis, everything you want to know about the NFL 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, stay dialed up at ProFootballWeekly.com.